All right, I'm going to show you my spicy shower routine. I like to call it spicy shower routine. If you do this in the evening, you can end it with a castor oil pack. If you during the day, you can wear the castor oil pack that's meant for workouts. Two different ones, but I'm going to show you the evening routine. What I like to do before I get in the shower is two things. I turn the water on to get the water going, get it warmed up. And while I'm doing that, I do two things. First, I do Dr. Perry's Big Six. It opens up all the lymphatic ports in the body so things can flow. We're gonna start right around the clavicle area. And I like to stick my fingers in here, but you can just tap, just to wake everything up. You do about 15 seconds on each spot. I'm just gonna go quickly. We're doing the glands here. Then we do the armpit areas, stomach. Next, groin. I'm speeding it up for you guys, so you get the picture. And then behind the knees. If any of those areas are ever puffy, that means you have some lymphatic blockages and you want to do this more often. That just wakes everything up. Next thing we're going to do is take our dry brush. Sometimes I'll use two. I use copper charged dry brushes so we got that copper charged dry brush, and we're going to think about like putting clothes on, right? So we're going to start with the pants, and we're going to start around the ankles, and you do brushing towards the heart. I do pretty firm brushing. This exfoliates the skin, but it's also grooming your fascia, and it's going to help wake up your lymphatic system and get things flowing. So you do leg, other leg, starting at the ankle and working your way up. Obviously, you're doing this naked, not in clothes, but I'm not going to do anything naked here. So as you work up towards front, now we're gonna put our sleeves on. Move up towards the sleeves and everything towards the heart. And then the back, if you can reach it. All right, we did our dry brushing. Now the shower water is hot and we can get in. What I do first is I put on my Loofa gloves. You can get hemp versions of these. There's natural materials out there. There's Loofa material. Just kind of use whatever. Your gloves, and then I'm going to take my Adapt serum because this is what I use for. All right, once you have your Loofa gloves on, you can pump some of your Adapt serum on, and we're going to do oil wash the body. And it's the same way that you would dry brush. We're going to scrub though. I do circular. I get the oil, pump, 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 pump. Adapt serum or Adapt cleanse. If you have more hydrated skin, use Adapt cleanse. If you have drier skin like me, use Adapt serum. And we're gonna go up the whole body, same exact way, but we're gonna scrub. Because scrubs off all the dead skin. It hydrates you completely so that when you go to detox, when you go to sweat, you're gonna sweat easier. When you use soap, you dry out the skin, and you have to build up new sebum or sweat in order to actually get a full detox when you do go to sweat. When you oil wash, you are hydrating, you are priming the pump of the pores so that your body can expel the toxins, expel the sweat easier. It doesn't have to slowly move through this dry layer of skin. Plus, you're exfoliating all that dead skin off so you can sweat easier and more full. It is life-changing. Your skin will be softer, smoother. So you're doing the same thing. You're doing the whole body. I go all the way up to the neck. I don't do the face because I'm more gentle around the face, and these are pretty rough. Get your booty good. All the cellulite, any cellulite areas, scrub. Make sure if you're gonna wash your face, you do that now because we gonna mess around with something that's a little spicier. You can use the higher dose endorphin oil, which has all the spiciness into it. I love this, I'm obsessed with it. Or you can use regular castor oil if you are sensitive to like the spicy oil. But what you would do is you'd pump this and put them in all the big 6 spots. So the same spots here, armpits, make sure you're not freshly shaven, it will burn. I wax, so I don't have to worry about that. So here, stomach, groin, backs of knees. So you're gonna put a little oil in all those places, and then I'm taking a gua sha stone. I'm gonna really work those areas. We start in the clavicle, and I take the gua sha stone like this. It has these little teeth, and I get in there. Oh, sometimes it hurts, but afterwards it feels so good. I get in those areas, and then your first place is here, step 1. Step 2, I like to go up. If you want to end down, you can. At the end, down, if you would like to. However you like to practice gua sha. And then I actually scrape into the armpit. So I'll scrape here, here. You can do one side at a time. Scrape, scrape, scrape. And then I go up the armpit and down the armpit. Really get in there. Very, very important places. Down. We'll do the arm. I scrape into the armpit and then I go up. Maybe you go up 10 times and then go down 10 times. And make sure I kind of dig into there. This is a good spot to do both. Then we have stomach. I go clockwise. So I just scrape in a clockwise pattern. And then groin, I go down. And I dig in pretty good. You hold the stone almost flat towards like that. You're not jamming it in straight. You're at an angle downward. And then the backs of the knees, I go down as well. Backs of knees, the big 6 areas. And afterwards, I like to shake everything out. And then after I'm all done with all of that, once I'm out of my shower and I've done my routine, whatever I'm doing, I'm going to add either regular castor oil or the spicy castor oil to my castor oil pack before I go to bed at night. You can pump the oil directly on here. I also like to put some on the skin. I'll put like the spicy oil directly on the skin and then put some of the plain castor oil on the wrap and then wrap it on the naked skin before you go to bed at night. Put your jammies on top of this and go to sleep and talk about refreshed in the morning. Game changer.